Last month was the hottest October on record globally. And now scientists say this means 2023, the year we're in now, if you hadn't checked your calendar, is expected to be the warmest year ever recorded. October marked the 5th month straight of above average temperatures. June and July were the planet's warmest ever, according to climate data. July 6th clocked in as the hottest day on Earth ever recorded. CBS News senior national and environmental correspondent Ben Tracy joins us now. Ben, climate scientists said the findings are, quote, like something out of a Hollywood movie. What did they mean?
Well, they're saying that because we are not just setting new records, we are obliterating, we are shattering, we are smashing these records. One climate scientist referred to this string of heat records as gobsmackingly bananas, and I don't think that is a scientific term. So as for why this is happening, well, there are two things at play here. One is our ever-increasing emissions of planet-warming greenhouse gases that continues to warm the planet, and that's coming from our burning of fossil fuels, which are coal, gas, and oil, and also because right now we have a strengthening El Nino, which is a naturally occurring system that warms the ocean, and that leads to spikes in global temperatures. So this 1-2 punch is really leading to a lot of this record heat.
And they're piling up the adjectives, and this is not exactly a group that has been quiet about the climate threat. So tell us, Ben, what damage has been done, and what's the projection if this kind of warming continues?
Yeah, it's a good question because sometimes we can focus on these statistics because they're interesting, they're alarming, but the way this plays out is a warmer planet means more extreme weather events. So we are talking about extreme heat waves, we're talking about ever stronger hurricanes, we're talking about droughts, we're talking about flooding. These are things across the world that are killing people. People are dying from this, people are being displaced, people are losing their livelihoods because it's harder to grow crops in certain parts of the world. And if this does continue, if we allow warming to continue, especially at this accelerated pace, we are talking about risking certain tipping points where you lose, certain amounts of the ice sheets, and that causes catastrophic sea level rise across the planet. You could have parts of the planet that just get so hot you can't have people living there, and then you have major migration issues. So there are real long-term and short-term impacts here. We're certainly seeing the short-term ones. The question is, do we get to the long-term ones?
Right, and which ones are ones from which we can't go back? So let's try to change the question a little and ask the one we ask every time, which is what can be done to reverse or at least slow these warming trends?
Well, scientists say we need to stop burning fossil fuels, and we need to do that as quickly as possible. We really won't stop this increased warming until we do that. And the day that we really stop burning fossil fuels altogether and transfer to renewable energy is the first time that we would stop this warming. And then we are likely going to need some technological fixes to actually suck carbon dioxide out of the atmosphere to hopefully cool things off. So people oftentimes will talk about, is this the new normal? This is not the new normal. The new normal is still somewhere out there because as we continue to burn fossil fuels and we warm the planet even more, this trend is going to get worse. So the hope there is we know what the solution is. The question is, how quickly will we do it, and how long and expensive will that transition be?
Tricky. Ben Tracy in Los Angeles. Thank you so much, Ben.
Thanks, John.